Hola, bienvenidos a Hola Spanish. Soy Brenda, tu profesora de español. Welcome to our Hola Spanish lesson of this week. And last week we were having a look at the difference between masculino and femenino, the genders in español. And we were having a look at which rules we can follow to determine if things are masculino or femenino in español. And like we mentioned last week, we said that we are going to have a look at the ending of the word to determine if things are masculino or femenino en español. We also mentioned that there were a few exceptions to this rule, and they are very important to know. How do we know if a word is the exception of the rule? Well, I have news for you. Unfortunately, we cannot know by looking at a word if it is an exception or not. But by studying and just having a look at the differences and just basically learning which ones are the exceptions, that's how we will remember. After a while, you won't even think about it. So today we're going to have a look at the exceptions of these rules that we learned last week. So let's start. Okay, so last week we were talking about the ending for the masculino, see, for the género masculino en español. And we said that if the word ends in o, it's very likely to be masculino. Por ejemplo, el carro, el libro, el oso, etc. So let's have a look at some exceptions. So the exception means that even though the word will end in o, it will actually be femenino. So we are going to need the artículo, the article la before the word. So for example, por ejemplo, la mano, la moto, la foto, la radio. Muy bien. So as you can see, all these words end in o, but they're actually femenino. So those are the exception of the rule that if the word ends in o, they're going to be likely masculino. These, in this case, are actually femenino. So now let's move on to another ending and some more exceptions of this rule. So we said last week that if a word ends in e, it's very likely to be masculino. Por ejemplo, el pasaporte. But in today's lesson, we're going to have a look at the exceptions of this rule. So words that end in e, but are actually femenino. So we're going to have to say la before these words. Por ejemplo, la calle, la gente, la carne, la leche, la llave. And like this, there are so many other examples of words that end in e, which we say we're going to be likely to be masculino, but are actually femenino. Okay, and the last one for the masculinos, we said if a word ends in el, it's very likely to be masculino. Por ejemplo, we said el sol. So today we're going to have a look at some exceptions of this rule. Words that end in el, but are actually femenino. Por ejemplo, la miel, la sal, la piel. So as you can see, all these words end in el, but are actually exceptions of the rule, and they're femenino. The last one, we also said last week that if a word ends in a, it's very likely to be femenino. Por ejemplo, la casa, la cama, la puerta, so many other examples. But today we're looking at the exceptions of this rule. So words that end in a, but are actually masculino. So we need to say el before these words. Por ejemplo, el mapa, el tema, el problema, el sistema, el planeta. So as you can see, all these words, they end in a, but are the exception of the rule, and they're all masculina. So that's what we have for today. Some exceptions of the rules that we learned last week, and I hope you liked it. If you did, just like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more videos like this, and I will see you the next class. Adios! That's it for today. We really hope you liked this video. Having a great pronunciation is essential for communicating better in Spanish. Check out our Hola Spanish pronunciation course in our website. We'll put the link below in the description box. Muchas gracias. Thank you so much for watching. Like this video, subscribe to our channel, and visit our website www.holaspanish.com.au for more. Hasta la próxima clase. See you next class.